Hello. Welcome back to Loos Harlock. We're in the middle of a battle. Harry, I don't think I've told this story on the show before, and it's related to Pokemon, so I'm going to tell. As you know, Harry,
I stole math.
A little bit. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Pokemon games. I'm not that big of a Pokemon fan, I would say. At least not now. I was very much so as a kid.
You talking about the anime now? Or
yeah,
the card
but
game?
like Pokemon and like card game and like all that, like very much so
The
as a
card
kid.
game,
Now I
cool.
just don't really care about it. But
Yu-Gi-Oh is a
played-
better card game.
yes, I agree with this opinion. It's like such a
This opinion
functionally
has been
better
sponsored by
fucking game.
Loos.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh sponsored by Loos because like it's such a functionally better game.
No. My specific opinion is sponsored by Loos.
Oh yes. So the Pokemon card scene is very prevalent, and this is for any card game, but like specifically like Pokemon cards because it's the most popular. Very prevalent in terms of like quote unquote piracy. Like there's a lot of like counterfeit and like fake Pokemon cards. And you know, as when you're a kid though, like you don't really give a shit. Like you're just happy to have Pokemon cards. And you learn very quickly which cards are and aren't real. If you're like serious about like quote unquote serious about playing the game. Don't look at me.
Not me though. I think I brought this up. I bought some fake ass
Fuck.
Pokemon cards. Literally all the HP, all the attack like points or whatever had an extra 0 at the end.
Okay, well
If
mine weren't
if they
that
were real,
fake.
I would have murdered the Pokemon scene.
Mine weren't that fake. So I had a bunch of Pokémon cards. And I was like, I brought them to school, and obviously, you know, they have the card binders. And I had one of those, and I had a fuck ton of Pokemon cards because I would buy these like fake packs from like the 99-cent store, but like obviously when you're a little kid, you don't know any better, so you're like, oh cool, they have Pokemon cards at the 99-cent store and stuff, and it's like, oh shit.
As a kid, you don't really like understand the differences in quality between stores all too much.
Yeah, very true.
Like the only like real difference you can like understand as a kid is like maybe like how disorganized a store is. That's essentially it. You
They
don't
had
really
these-
you also don't take price into consideration. You don't have a good understanding of what prices should be.
That's true. We had my friend, his older brother was obviously in a Pokemon, and he was essentially the one to like tell us of like how like to like spot and like basically like how Pokemon cards work and like which ones were and weren't real and stuff. And it was kind of like weird almost that like, you know, as a kid you're just kind of like, all right, and then like, but like I cared in actuality, so like like I always try to get like real Pokemon cards, but like, you know, as like a kid you're like, well, I'm not just gonna get rid of these. So I kept them, but I had a huge binder like full of these because I would like, they were sold at the 99-cent store, so like I could buy like, you know, if I had $5 bills and these came with, if I had a $5 bill and these came with like 20 Pokemon cards, that's 100 Pokemon cards, Harry. That for a kid,
You were going
that's like
crazy.
that's insane. So I'm like, fucking dope. I did not say it in so much words, but I went with my mom to the car wash. And it was one of those car washes where it's not the self-serve ones. It's the one where like you know, like you give your car to like not valet, but I'm gonna use that word because I don't know what else to call it. You give your car to the valet, and
Yeah.
they are the ones who like drive it, and then like people like they like going through like this like heavy like cleaning process. Then they go inside and like they clean it for you and stuff. And I had my backpack with me and my binder full of Pokemon cards, and in my backpack, and I took them out of my backpack because you know when you're a kid you just like looking at the things that you own, like, oh
Yeah.
fucking cool, like looking at the cards and shit. And
It's like when
I
you
left-
get a game as a kid and you look at the box art.
Yeah. I was looking at the cards and fuck. I love fishing. Don't get me wrong, but it'd be best if my wife didn't leave me.
My wife left me.
And you're laughing. You're laughing at me. She left me and you're laughing at me.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go home, right? I think either we made it home or we were like halfway through, and I was gonna check my backpack to look for something to like make sure I had like homework or whatever, I guess. And I was like, you know that meme where it's like, take medication. Love my wife. Take medication. Where's my wife? That was me with my backpack.
Where's my backpack?
I was like, I'm gonna check my homework. Let me look at my backpack. Where's my backpack? And my stupid, dumbass little fucking, like, I don't know, 9-year-old brain was like, just left my backpack there. So, like, we go back, and I'm like, really, like, scared, and, like, you know how you are when you're a kid. Like, you don't want to be, like, get in trouble or, like, disappoint your parents or whatever. So you're like, oh. And so, thankfully, when we get there, my backpack was fine, and nothing was taken. Except my Pokemon cards, which I had left out. And I don't know who. I don't know if there was, like, another kid at the car wash or whatever, but they just took all my Pokemon cards. It's a sad life. I still have all my Pokemon cards, I believe, from when I was a kid. I have them. I don't have many of them, but I have them like in a little box. And I think I got rid. And actually, I don't have all of them all. I got rid of a lot of them and kept only ones that like were like important to me. But I have my set of, and I showed you, and I mentioned a bunch of times. Oh, fuck! I don't remember what Pokemon he was sending out. Of the original 151 Pokemon cards, which some of them might be worth like a lot of money now, and I'm just like, no, they're mine.
Give them to me.
So yeah, that's my Pokemon. That's how I got my Pokemon card stolen when I was like a 9-year-old or whatever.
That sucks.
Fun times. Fun times. Shit.
Imagine if it was a grown-ass man who was like looking at you, looking at your cards, and then when you left and left it behind, he just took it. Grown-ass man. What are you doing to this dude?
Nothing. I'm not being very effective against him. I'll send out Duke Boost.
So what I was saying with Dead by Daylight, just to finish what I was saying last episode, is that it's kind of funny that at the start you could clearly tell that they didn't know they were gonna get big. So a lot of the monsters that you can play as are like obviously like, this is Michael Myers. This one's like the girl from the which one's the movie with the VHS tape? Ghost Girl. VHS.
Oh fuck! It's a Japanese movie originally, but they remade it. The Grudge, right?
Yeah.
Sadako. I don't remember what they call it in English, but in Japanese it's Sadako.
Yeah, like a version of her. Let me see.
Harry, I need to know. Does she have a fatty? Is that? Does she have a fatty in the game?
Let me check. Oh no, this
okay,
is...
but
no fatty there.
Lady D from RE8, they didn't need to make her like have a dump truck.
They did.
Well, contextually for the story, they didn't need to.
They had to. It's just how it is.
Does she need big booba mommy milkies?
Yeah. And they had like a character called like the Hillbilly, which is obviously the dude from what's it called? Texas Chainsaw
Massacre.
And a Freddy Krueger ass guy. And then later on, they got these like collabs, and they included these characters, and they're like, "Fuck, what do we do now? We can't just make them a carbon copy."
Dead by Daylight X. X Friday
And so you
the 13th.
have like two characters that are similar, and I think they made the old versions better than the like the collab versions.
They said, "Fuck you, we're just here for money."
And then they recently put in like
Man!
Pyramid Head and Nemesis and all that. That's cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep right here. It's gonna be funny.
Where do I...
Kill him.
Where do I...
Where do I go?
I'm
What am I
gonna know
fighting
where to-
for?
Well, can I get a nice little, like, action shot of, like... Yeah.
What am I
What
fighting
am I
for?
fighting for? Fuck! Alright.
Fighting for cock
I'm gonna look up...
and balls.
Where do I get the fucking...
Have you seen what's
thing?
been happening with Kojima?
No, I just know that he said something about 9/11, didn't elaborate, and left.
Okay. All right. So what happened? Okay. First story was him just pointing towards the Toonami founder and calling him an otaku. Look, otaku. That's funny. Imagine being pointed at and saying otaku. And now they're making a Junji Ito anime that actually looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're making Uzumaki, right?
Yeah. And okay. The other one was obviously he had to show up at the, I forgot what it was called, the Jeff Keighley fucking event. It was like Summer Games something, where they showed Elden Ring. Hold on, I'm a little burpy.
How do I... Fuck.
This water's so delicious. You good?
No,
What's going on?
I don't know where to go, what I'm doing.
Get a flute.
Well, I know I need the flute, but to get the flute, I get it from Mr. Fuji. But to get the flute from Mr. Fuji, Harry, I have to get this. I have to beat the tower. But to beat the tower, I need to get the Sylph Scope. But to get the Sylph Scope, I need to have beat the Rocket Hideout. But that's in Celadon City, Harry. But I don't know how I get to Celadon City. Why is it always in
Go
fucking
around.
Japanese video games to accomplish anything, you need to do like 25 million different fucking things?
That's actually the game. That's actually the game design philosophy that Shenmue used. Except they forgot to make a good game.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's amazing. It's quite marvelous, to say the least.
Where do I get? Okay.
What was I saying?
I
And
think
then the
I get
9/11 thing. Okay.
Hideo Kojima talking about 9/11 is just...
All right. What happened here is that they showed off, or before they showed off a trailer for Death Stranding director's cut. I don't know what they're adding to that game. I hope they don't add stuff because I don't want to play. I don't want to play through that again. It's not bad, but it's like, oh no, I already played it, man. You still looking it up?
I'm looking up. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, Richard?
What the fuck, Richard? Okay. How do I get the saffron? Fuck me.
You don't. You never do.
There's a map right here, right? Of the United States, real quick. Let me check this out. How do I?
I mean, that's just. I think that's everything. That's like Florida. That's like a fucked up Florida.
I mean, this is just how the actual Kanto region of Japan looks like, Harry. Okay.
My fault.
So, okay, Celadon. and we've been to Vermilion, but we can't get to Saffron. But we're in... Did I do this out of order? I think I might have fucked this up. I might have done this out of order. So we've done with Cerulean, and we've been to Vermilion.
We've done all those things.
We've gone back here.
Oh.
So, fuck.
Weezer.
We need to get back here to Celadon City.
I like how for some reason Megumi's just a Weezer fan.
That's tragic.
You don't like Weezer?
No.
You don't like Buddy Holly?
No.
You seem like the kind.
The kind of guy who would like Buddy Holly?
No, who'd hate it.
Oh, okay. Dicks. Dicks, Harry. Shit.
We gotta go to the dick place?
Let's just have a nice sit down right here and let's just finish the episode.
Okay. You wanna know, you wanna understand the context behind him talking about 9/11?
Bro, yes, what the fuck?
Okay. So, showed off the trailer for Death Stranding, director's cut.
Yeah.
And he came out, it was talking like, guys, I'm so sorry I predicted all of this COVID stuff.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
You predicted all of it. Death Stranding is literally how COVID in like the first, like COVID last year when it was starting and all that.
Alright.
You're not with your Kojima lore, huh? Kojima has yet again predicted the future.
Well, it's not like fucking Hideo is like out here like, yes, tomorrow the US will collapse.
He did it with MGS2. Predicted that shit. Come on now. Don't try to discredit my boy. He knows.
Wait, hold on. You haven't explained. What did he talk about? 9/11?
I'm getting to there, man. You're so impatient. Come on now.
I am.
Yeah, we know.
My brain moves faster than like it can think.
That's gotta be cap.
That's not cap.
Your brain be tripping.
My brain be going over speed, so that's why it's like I'm so fucking ADD too. So it's like I'm just like, yeah, finish the thing that you were saying, bro. We're on like a different topic now, bro. We're talking about anime titties now, man.
No, we're not.
I'm just telling you how my brain works, Harry.
Who cares about titty when Kojima's in mind? Okay, so Kojima was like, I'm sorry for predicting everything and essentially getting it right. I'm gonna change my entire game making philosophy, so everything goes back to good, go back to normal, and we're fine.
Seems
you know,
fun
after
so
COVID,
far.
so like after COVID, making games and making stories is kind of like after 9/11, when you had to kind of like change how you make games. You find a direct quote. Because 9/11 did change the plot to MGS2.
I mean, yeah, but
he's not an American where we're like so like, oh, we can't talk about 9/11. To him, like 9/11 happened in the US and you're like, wow, I can't really make anything that looks similar to that, you know? Even though I live in Japan.
It's not even that though. It's just like it's such
okay,
a bizarre comparison.
I mean, it's both events that like shifted like, you know, how the society thinks now in a way.
We live in a society.
Like after 9/11, you know, all the security at airports. COVID, all the implementations of like safety in stores. All right, here's a direct quote. I can't really say specifically. It won't be like the past. It won't be one step at a time. It's a drastic change. Just like after 9/11, we have to adapt and think about new ways of creating as entertainment can't fall behind. He said, I was always thinking about what could happen in society in 5, 10, or 20 years later. It was like predicting the future and adding the entertainment essence, and that's how I always created. The reality came much too soon, especially on Death Stranding. The year after. The year after Death Stranding came out. Motherfucker predicted it all. Why do I see an article that says Metal Gear Solid 2 helped me cope with 9/11? Alright, we're getting out of that one.
I just love that. Hideo
Doesn't
Kojima.
elaborate.
Fuck.
Hideo Dojima.
I just love that God decided to show up on stage, say that like, shit, man, my fault for doing all this.
It was like on a Zoom call.
On stage.
Yeah.
And he didn't elaborate. He just left.
He did leave.
It would have been so funny if like during the event, like they like call Kojima, he says the quote and then just ended the Zoom call.
9/11. Turn off the TV screen. Where Kojima face at. Alright.
Yes.
This is an odd topic, but there is a whole theory, conspiracy going on with this random developer in Kojima in Silent Hill. It's a PlayStation exclusive called Abandoned.
Oh, I vaguely heard about this. Yeah.
Abandoned is an upcoming PlayStation exclusive. No real trailer yet. There was like a little teaser. It was first person, and it was just showing like trees in a forest, right?
Right.
It's made by a company called Blue Box Studios, who doesn't have much of a past. And the only known, when this was all happening, the only known developer, I think still the only known developer, is someone named, let me see, Hassan Karaman, whose initials are HK, just like Hideo Kojima. And if you translate the name Hassan from, I believe it's Arabic to Japanese, it's Hideo. And everyone after that, everyone was saying this was like, this is another situation. Wait, I think it's if you translate Hideo to Japanese, or not to Japanese, but to Arabic. Let me check.
Wait, if you translate Hideo to Arabic, it becomes Hassan, or something along those lines.
Something like that, right? And so everyone was just like, this game's a fucking secret Silent Hill game. Just like what they did with MGS5, with the Moby Dick Studios. Where they just hit it and they're like, and then like the fake Twitter account for it was like, this game has nothing to do with MGS5. Metal Gear Solid doesn't even have Whales on Fire. And then MGS5 came out and had Whales on Fire. And then the band or the blue, it's made by Blue Box Studios, who, you know, doesn't have much of a past, as I said, but their logo looks similar to like the PlayStation Game Studios logo, down to like the font.
Right.
Let me send it. Have you seen the PlayStation Studios logo? Let me get it out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is this not... So it's like people are thinking it's PlayStation and Hideo Kojima working together to do Silent Hill.
Right.
Maybe they got Konami's permission. And another thing is that the Twitter account was like
Well, I don't.
at the start was like, we're gonna put out a fucking PlayStation 5 trailers app specifically to watch our trailer, which is just some shit Kojima might do. And then it was like giving out like fucking weird like guesses where it's like, if anyone wants to guess the title of our game, guess what? It starts starts with an S, and also starts with an H or something like that. Let me see. Abandoned. Starts with S. It's like a weird tweet they deleted. Blue box. Videos tweet. Okay, guess the name. Abandoned equals first letter S, last letter L. Silent Hill. And then, like, they're just so weird about it. And it's this studio that hasn't made, like, a big game before. It's like, they have next-gen graphics, 4K 60. They're making a realistic cinematic survival game. And they're an exclusive to PlayStation. It's like, what's going on?
I have a theory.
A game theory.
A game theory, Harry.
Hassan had to come out and actually speak and said, we have no connections to Hideo Kojima. Even though that's what Moby Dick Studios did too.
I have a theory.
Yeah?
Everybody's right, but this is not a Silent Hill game.
It's a 9/11 game. Kojima has done it again. You motherfuckers didn't let me do it in MGS2. I'm gonna do it 4K 60 frames per second, the actual shit. Fuck y'all. What were you gonna say?
I think people are right, because this it just rings way too, like,
It's so odd.
it's really bizarre, but I don't think it's a Silent Hill game.
I mean, it could be, maybe.
I mean, it could be,
Who
but
knows?
like, especially with like the resurgence that like Ari had, because like the thing that people forget is that like Resident Evil didn't stop making games for a while. It's just that the games got shitty and nobody cared. But like RE with like RE7 had like a huge resurgence. So like maybe Konami sees that and is like,
the biggest comeback of all time.
Yeah, like maybe Konami saw that and was just like, we're not well equipped to do a game, so hey, person we like shat on before, how about you help us with this and we'll just give the game to you and just use the RP.
Perhaps we were acting too harshly to you.
Yeah, I don't know, there's something to me that like rings about like Kojima's departure from Konami that I don't know, it just doesn't seem like this would be a Silent Hill game. I think it is definitely like, it does ring that, like, this is probably like Kojima's next game, but it's like, I don't know, I don't think it's a Silent Hill game. I think it's a game, like a horror game maybe, but...
We was gonna have the greatest horror game of all time drop. And then they just said no.
Did Guillermo work any bit on Death Stranding?
He did. He was like I think he was doing writing on it or something like that. He was just helping.
That's cool.
And then
and
for
obviously
some reason,
Norman
in
Reedus
this entire
was in it.
thing, yeah. And then in this entire thing, none of the official Twitter accounts were saying anything. Konami just dropped skateboards for Silent Hill. They were like, new Silent Hill stuff coming out. And it's like
not
skateboards.
for nothing, but like, we ain't doing shit, bro. Like, we just doing like, we might maybe kind of possibly be doing like a Castlevania thing. Not gonna say it though, but like, what about this new Silent Hill merch? Like, don't worry about why we're dropping it though.
We just kind of dropping it to drop it, you know. You don't know. My favorite is after like the first tweet, they were just like, they didn't show a guy. They were like, everyone was like, who is this Hassan guy? And they followed him on the PlayStation and they saw he was like playing games that weren't even out. He looks like a Chad too. Like he just looks like like a human form of Giga Chad.
This is not a real person.
And his LinkedIn account only had that picture, or like not that picture specifically, but a picture of him and then nothing else. And then everyone started posting the pictures of white Hideo Kojima saying, "This is Hassan."
So, Larry, are we
Kojima
done?
and Hassan.
Are we done here? Are we done?
Yeah.
These are all good pictures, Larry, but I think we need to pick up the actual picture of Hassan.